That's Marina Sirtis.
Okay, I'm a little disappointed that the ice cream eating contest got a bigger crowd. Go round some people up, for God's sake. Where am I going? Am I going up on stage? I'm not staying down here, am I? Am I staying down here? I'm going to go up there. Okay, hang on.
Hang on.
You're not in here.
Yeah.
Just yellow.
I'm an Uber geek.
Hello, everybody.
Howdy.
Good on your Kiwis. You beat the Aussies in the T20 yesterday. Yeah. England won too, so I'm happy. So, if you don't know me, you're thinking, who is this person on stage with that funny accent? It's me. I'm a Cockney, I'm a true Cockney. For those of you who don't know what that is, it's someone that's born in the East End of London, within the sound of the Bow Bells, which is a church at Bow, and that's me. People say, well, you didn't sound like that when you played Deanna Troy, and I'm like, no, because she wasn't a Cockney. She was from Beta so she couldn't have this accent. I shall wait for all you all to settle down. Go on, hurry up, hurry up. Any expats in the audience? Where are you from? Where are you from in London? I was born in Hackney. Yay! So, it's very posh now. Not what it used to be. Hackney's very posh now. Any more expats? Where are you from? Plymouth, bless. Oh. You have got a football team, but it's rubbish. Okay, so my passion is football. So I will welcome any questions about football. I'm sure there won't be many because you all want to talk about Star Trek. But the way this goes is that I'll chat for a bit, and then you get to do the work. Actually, you get to ask me questions. Is there a microphone that they can talk into? Great. I think the best thing to do to save time is if you want to ask a question, come and line up down here, and then I won't have to wait for you. It'd be like the Oscars, having to wait for people to leave the back of the room and get to the stage. So I think it'd just be easier. If you want to ask a question, just come down here to the microphone so we're ready to go.
I've got a question in mind.
I have to say, I have thoroughly enjoyed New Zealand. It's absolutely beautiful. I just wish we could move it closer to the rest of the world. It's a bit far. And I know that's probably why you all love it, but coming, my family's in Greece. It's a long way to go, so let's talk about Star Trek now. Now, you all know, I think you all know, that we did 7 years of the show, and then we became the movie franchise, because, oh, hang on, if you leave, I'm going to embarrass you. Oh, you're coming down, all right. But if you're going out, I'm going to embarrass you. Where are you going? Where are you going? Don't make me come find you. I will. I will come find you and taunt you and torment you. So where you going? Don't ignore me. Honestly, it gets funnier. Honestly, you'll enjoy it, I promise. There you go. So, we became the movie franchise because the producers and the studio assumed, quite wrongly it turned out, that Deep Sleep 9 would be as successful as us. Well, it's better than what Jonathan calls it. Jonathan calls it Deep Throat 9, so... Okay, for the children, have your parents explain that to you. Oh yeah, see, I'm funny. I'm horrible, but I'm funny, yeah. Actually, that's what LeVar said to me recently. He goes, Marina, you are horrible. And I said, yeah, but I'm funny. And he goes, yeah, and that's the only reason you're not dead yet. So we get the script for Generations, which was our first film, round about Christmas time. Enjoying your pie, are you, love? I was very excited. Back in the day, there was a real kind of chasm between movie actors and TV actors. TV actors were kind of second-class citizens in Hollywood, so we were very, not so the case anymore, I have to say. But so we were very excited to become movie actors, you see. So I ripped open the envelope that the script was in, and I start reading it, and I get to the part where Troy gets to drive, right? So I called Michael Dawn, who's my friend, best friend in America, and I call him Dawny. We all call him Dawny because my husband's called Michael, just saves any confusion. So I called Dawny and I went, Dawny, have you read the script? I get to drive the Enterprise, finally! That's why I became a Brit. Oh, do you remember when I got promoted and I had to do that test that sent LeVar to his death? That's so I could drive the ship in the movie. And Dawny goes, have you finished the script? I said, no. He goes, finish it and call me back. So I finished the script. To say I was angry would be an understatement. That Enterprise had gone through hell and high water with never a scratch on it until Troy got to drive. But in my defence, I will say, that planet just came out of nowhere, okay? Thank you. Now, not only did I crash the ship in Generations, I crashed it again in Nemesis. Which none of you saw, because that's why we didn't make any more movies. It's your bloody fault. And so it's like Hollywood sexism. Only women can be driving when you crash the Enterprise. Now, I'm sure you've all seen those like special effects things of how we do special effects in Hollywood. In Generations, when we got into it with the Klingon chicks, we basically exploded the bridge of the Enterprise. Well, when you explode something, blow it up, you really do have to blow it up. They use burnt cork to like have things flying through the air so that if it does hit you, it doesn't take your eye out. Okay, I'm going to tell am I blind? Can I say something? It's really effing insulting. It's really effing insulting when people walk out when you're talking, and that's why I don't let you leave without commenting on it. So. I said, I'm horrible. So, we're getting to do the explosion of the bridge. And of course, we rehearse and rehearse and rehearse because really, you only want to do it once. So, we've rehearsed it about 300 times and we're ready to shoot. And I don't know if you remember the scene, but kids, don't stand in the back, there's empty seats. Come and sit down. Go on, come and sit down. So we're going to explode the bridge. I'm sitting in my seat. Jonathan's captain for the day. The director, David Carson, goes, action. It all starts going off. Stuntmen flying through the air, bits of the Enterprise flying through the air. Tracy, who's down there driving the ship, she gets exploded out of her seat. Riker says, Troy, take the helm. And I ran down, because Troy runs like a girl. And I sat in the seat for about this long before I leapt up screaming. The director's gone, cut, what's going on? I went, excuse me, but when Tracy vacated her seat, burning embers fell into it. I've got a hole in my spacesuit and a burnt bum. So we have to do take 2, 5 hours later, because they've had to rebuild the bridge. That was the only time in all the 7 years that my fellow thespians wouldn't talk to me. Like, stupid Marina, stupid Marina. So when we came to do take 2, Marina, I don't care if that chair's in flames, says David Carson. You're going to stay in it. So I said, yes, sir, I will, I promise. So we do take 2, everything starts going off, Tracy gets exploded out of her seat, I run down like a girl, and just to be safe, I wiped it off before I sat down. I could feel the hate, just feel it burning into the back of my skull. darling. But I looked up at the director, and I went, cut it out. You know, you can cut it out, it's film. And he went, all right. So they cut that bit out. But maybe it's lying on the floor of an editing room somewhere, me being totally unprofessional. But I have to tell you before I start taking questions, we are, or were, actually we still are, the only cast of all the Star Trek, different franchises, different shows, that really, truly loved each other. And we still do. We're all best friends still. We don't see Patrick as much as we used to because he doesn't live in Los Angeles anymore. But the rest of us are all still best friends. And I truly believe that's one of the reasons that our show was the best. I'm sorry, I know I'm biased, but our show was the best. So, let's start doing some questions. Hello, my love.
Hello, how are we going?
I'm good.
That's good. It's been recorded that Gene Roddenberry had an amazing relationship with all you actors and all the casts and that. What was your relationship like with him and also with his wife who played your mum?
Oh, okay. Now you see, I've got to answer this question without crying because, to be honest, they did adopt me, the Roddenberrys. I was literally in America for 6 months. Okay, hang on. What's going on? It's like a mass exodus. Where are you going? Oh, fucking
It might be safer just to sit down.
Told ya, I won't have it. I won't have it. Parents, I'm sorry, but everyone leaving is kids. You're rubbish parents, that's all I can say. Give them a smack every now and then. When I do a play, I do a lot of pantos in America, not that they know what they are. When the kids show up on the first day, I say to them, look you, all of you, I have no problem hitting other people's children. I just want you to know. And I stand by it. So, the Roddenberrys. I had been in the country for 6 months to the day when I got the job. And